You know, hope's a lot brighter when you got a dark to stick it into. So let's talk about just how bad things really are. Worse than we even imagined. Let me take a second and darken your day. Just a little tiny bit, but it's important. Don't shout it out if you know the answer to this. Let everybody else ponder for a second. Since the end of World War II, what's the worst conflict that humans have generated that killed the most people, the greatest human cost? Where in the world? Vietnam, Southeast Asia, that period we lost 3 million of the human family. What about, I don't know, Iraq right now? Well, we don't even know how many people are dead there. How about Darfur? Well, it's a couple 100,000. You can go on and wonder. How many of you guys guessed the Eastern Congo? The great Africa, okay, we got one. I saw one hand in the room. And you guys are really well educated. You guys make the internet. Think about that. Well, you don't read a lot about it in the newspaper. And the time frame in which between, we don't know, 4, maybe 8 million people died, started in 1997, ran until 2004, and still continues in the aftershocks to this day. More people die from malnutrition and preventable disease in the aftermath of that war right now, every single day, than die in all the other hot wars everywhere else in the entire world combined, and yet you never even hear about it. Why is that? Well, the United States doesn't have a written interest. Neither does any of the big powers in Western Europe. Doesn't get in the newspaper. There's no White House press spokesman talking about America's position in Eastern Congo. That's a lot of it. But now that may seem still very distant, but John was talking about how interconnected we all are. A lot of that war for a number of years, the early years, the worst parts of it were often fought over a mineral resource in the ground called coltan. Coltan could be pulled out of the ground, and people who were their subsistence level stuff, make living on a buck a day roughly. You find this stuff in the ground that was worth hundreds of dollars an ounce. Coltan is used to refine tantalum. Tantalum is used in the capacitors and some of the little high-tech do-jobbies in most technological devices that we own. Virtually everyone in this room right this very minute, if you have a cell phone, you have a BlackBerry, you have a laptop, you have anything, you have a little piece of the Eastern Congo where all that was happening in your possession right now. It is a very small world. We are all interconnected for good and bad.